good start from her here, from the Brazilian, as you say. Oh, the response, they're so quick into position. I mean, it's just razor sharp from Yang.
And also, the only thing these two players have missing, in quotes, in terms of their impairment, is the non-playing arm. So when it comes to leg work, there's no difference to non-disabled players.
Yeah, terrific athletes, both of them. We're already seeing that in these first few points. Just the movement as well, split steps, everything else. The footwork is superb here from the off.
I'm curious, since Costa Alexandra is left-handed, but her disability is a consequence of arm amputation after a thrombosis at 6 years old. And yeah, I'm wondering whether she was actually right-handed before that happened. Because we do have some players here who had to, well, switch their handedness basically after their disabilities hit.
Another just change of direction, one after another there from Yang.
Now you'll probably ask why are they categorized as disabled at all if all they're missing is their non-playing arm, but of course that does play a big role in table tennis anyway. Even if they're not playing with it, it provides balance of the body.
Good start here from Costa. Doesn't have the, talked about it yet, doesn't have the best head-to-head with Yang at all the previous matches they've played. But oh, a little strawberry receive from Costa there as well. It's largely all coming off here. What a start.
Yeah, but the last time the two of them faced each other was 5 years ago at the Paralympic Games in Rio, so that's not too much of a reference anymore.
Yeah, a lot, of course, can change since then, particularly, as you say, with Costa's development. Yeah, the head-to-head 7-1 for Yang overall, including that win in the group stages in Rio.
Yeah, game breakdown even more in Yang's favor, 22-9.
Super shot there from Yang, backhand side, just on top of the bounce. Trying to stay interested in this first game, the Australian. Plays with a lot of variety, actually, Costa, the strawberry and the banana receives. Oh, and then thumping strike, thumping finish there to that point from the Brazilian.
2 down the lines in a row. 1 to forehand, 1 to backhand. Very nice. I wasn't in great position for this one. She knows it. Fiery player, always encouraging herself, pumping herself up.
Yeah, really pumped up and has 3 game points here, Costa. receive. Aggressive receive. Just watch that so well, Yang, to be able to drive it on the receive.
And timeout already.
More of a traditional sort of timeout call here. Historically, since timeouts came into play in the sport here from the Brazilian bench, from the coach here at 10-9 with a serve to come. This is a bit more traditional from what we see.
Yeah, she wants this first game, and as she is to serve, of course, that's something that she can now decide on which tactics, which serve to take to try win that 1 point.
Yeah, what is the timeout about? It's about influencing the outcome of the match or a game, and that's exactly, so this is the traditional way. Okay, lost the first game point, still got the service, can spend that minute thinking about, okay, how do I set up this next point to take it?
Yeah, exactly.
See whether it works out for her here or whether Yang can repel the Brazilian for a second time. Oh, it's just brilliant. Yeah, the reaction to match. The Australian putting everything into that point and saves the second game point here. Got such resilience, hasn't she, Yang? Seen this through the draw. Even in positions there, 2 game points down, doesn't get down on herself. Really good attitude. Game point now for her. She's denied though.
Two-point margin, of course, needed to win this game in tiebreak.
Yeah, service rotating, of course, and a bit of moisture getting onto the table there. Quickly wiped down. Sweaty work under the lights. Great stuff cross table from Yang.
Almost there.
Second game point. And that's the one.
There she is.
Coming from 8-10 there, 2 game points saved along the way. And it is Yang Qian who takes the opening game of this one, 13-11.
Quite literally finished this set on the wrong foot, Costa Alexandra, and figuratively speaking as well.
Both having, well, she had the chances first at 10-8. They actually played a really, we were complimenting her, played a really good game to get into that position. But Yang's shown this. I mean, if you look at the big wins, the headline wins, if you like, to get to this match, the wins over Tapper and then over Partika, particularly the 4-time defending champion who she upset in the semi-final. It's that sort of resilience as well as the quality, saving game points. You've got to have that as well, that quality to win gold medals.
Most definitely. On the other hand, she did also have many more difficult matches than Costa Alexandra, so we'll see. She'd probably like to finish this one fast.
Second game, Alexander to serve, level.
Second game beginning here with Bruna Costa Alexandra of Brazil, who had game points in the opener, finding herself a game down here to Yang Qian of Australia. Making a quick start here to game number 2, the first 3 against the Aussie. super start here. I mean, this is similar to how she started the match.
Yeah, but she failed to finish it in the first one.
Whips that one away. This is so good, isn't it? What we've seen here this first game and a half between these two. That's just top draw. Finishing play from Yang. They're so quick to see an opportunity.
Yeah, and taking every one of them.
And there's that variety again coming around the outside of the ball. They're scooping. Talk a lot, don't we, about strawberries and banana receives. Both have got considerable variety in their game styles as well. They're bringing to this match.
It's funny how the timeout did nothing for Costa Alexandra in the first game, but apparently the break between the two games did. Brilliant, brilliant placement. Even with two healthy legs. Yang was too slow.
Oh! I mean, again, delighting everyone, I'm sure, watching this around the world. Not just those, of course, gathered from the respective, well, the athletes, of course, by this stage, watching on, creating some atmosphere here in the arena. So many good rallies already. Like will shortly be one game apiece, although Yang, of course, did come from behind in the first game.
A lot of net balls now for Costa Alexandra. Could be the wrong timing or not enough spin in the stroke.
Maybe make sure that surface is bone dry at all times.
Yeah, I don't want it to be slippery because the bounce would be off then.
2 game points in the opener she couldn't take. 5 more here for Costa Alexandra.
Hopefully she won't be too much in her head with this scenario repeating itself. Doesn't have to be.
Indeed. The second game points to 1, and Bruna Costa Alexandra of Brazil here back level with Yang Chien of Australia. 1 game apiece in this gold medal match in the Class 10. The second game is hers, 11-6. So back level here, 1 apiece. Bruna Costa Alexandra with Yang Qian. It's the gold medal match in the Class 10 here in the women's singles here at these Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. And it's not disappointed so far. The first couple of games we've seen from both of these two, really good stuff.
Not at all. Lovely rallies. Lovely variation in the game on both sides.
That's a good word, actually. Variation is a good way of putting it with both of them, actually. The skill set that they have, the variety, just contributes to the spectacle, to the matchup. And Costa Alexandra, when she's in full flow like that, very tough to stop.
It looks like it's very, very hot in the arena. Air conditioning has to be limited at table tennis matches, of course. Wouldn't want wind blowing around the table.
No, because then you can get the issue actually they're having badminton, for example, where you can get drift from one end to another, and you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want the ball drifting around too much. I mean, there's already enough work on that ball as it is. These athletes put on it with the spin and everything else. Oh, quick start again from the Brazilian here to a game. 4 of the first 5. The other thing as well is just all athletes, I mean, sweat different levels as well. Some athletes sweat more under the lights than others do.
Yeah, and under the spotlights as well. It's really interesting how many times Costa Alexandra hits that net.
Yeah, a lot of the times not playing with, as you say, not with a lot of net clearance. Oh, come on! Oh. Stunning!
Absolutely amazing, and what placement by Yang. Costa Alexandra returns in kind.
Point for point at the moment. After the fast start, though, that she made, remember she was 4-1 up. This has been a good recovery from Yang into this third game. Always controlling that exchange from the fast serve. Deep and wide, Yang able to get a good third ball in behind it as well.
Yeah, but she's caught Costa Alexandra off guard in the middle a couple of times now. She can't do it every time, because this time she was ready. The Brazilian.
Once again, the surface needing to be dried. Did really well there wide at the table. Yang there around the outside of the ball. A lot of work on it on the forehand. lead now in this third game. Extending it there. It's trailed, of course, really throughout the third game to this moment. A lead of 2. All about raising your level at the key times, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, big service coming up here for the Brazilian, taking the first of these points. Oh, and finally finds the net with the service. That hands Yang the advantage. Serves to come here to try and retake the lead in the gold medal match.
How fast is that?
Another one. Just getting treated here, aren't we? Quick fire stuff. That time in favour of the Australian, who's got 3 game points here. And just needs the one. Clinical there. Yang Chen back in front in the gold medal match in the Class 10. Takes the third here off Costa Alexandra. 11 points to 7. 2-1 she leads now. Game number 4 beginning here. Bruna Costa Alexandra back behind again in this Class 10 gold medal match. An excellent start, forehand side. We've said that a few times about her, about both of them. Yang Chen here of Australia, game away from the gold medal. Won't be getting ahead of herself, of course, but it's been the gold that's been elusive for her in her career at the Paralympic Games. Different opponent, though, here in the gold medal match to the one she faced previously and indeed got the better of here in Tokyo.
Yeah, she's already beaten the one that she would be expected to face in the finals.
Just fishing from under the table there, Costa Alexandra. Good blocking as well, keeping good position, eventually losing out. Just maybe snatches at that a touch. Yeah, some observers have kind of said with Yang after who she's beaten, kind of deserves the gold medal. Doesn't work like that, though.
No.
And she's maybe starting to close in now. Still quite a bit to do. But great platform here for the Australian, no question.
Critical time for Costa Alexandra, but she's already used up her timeout.
Yeah, used that timeout, of course, to try and close the opening game, which she wasn't able to do. Took it at 10-9 and ended up losing that game 13-11. It's running away from her now. This is a little bit out of keeping with how the previous 3 games have been played. I mean, she did go out to a 4-1 lead in the previous game, but this seems more decisive.
Well, it's like her concentration let down, or she just doesn't have an idea of what else she could try. It's up to Yang now really to just keep it up for 4 more points at least.
Well, after the disappointments in London and Rio, albeit against a different opponent, she won't be getting ahead of herself here. Still 4 more points required. Wiping her table, actually just giving her a moment as well there, perhaps to steady herself again. And she misses out with that one, and the gap here starting to narrow a touch. Another service to come here. Desperately wants this. Just to keep Costa Alexandra away from her.
No.
Won the lead and 7-2, now back to 7-5.
Should make good use at least of this towel break now.
Wow. She's well and truly back in this now. Maybe she looked... Some people wondering if she was spent really at 7-2 down here, Costa Alexandra, but she's come back here brilliantly into this decider. And not surprisingly here, the timeout now is used.
Yeah, a bit late even, I would say.
I was about to say, actually, maybe it could have come a couple of points previously, you felt. They were just delaying unnecessarily there to call it. Wondered actually whether before the services, actually when she was 7-4, whether that was the time to come in and bring it into play. Of course it's all academic now, but now back just 1 point down, and of course the Brazilian to come with the service. Just wonder whether that was a bit of a tactical misjudgment part of the Australians, having kept the timeout back, which was absolutely spot on, to then delay it a little bit further. We'll see. And she's well and truly back in this now in the decider. Costa Alexandra 7-2 trailed. Now just 1 point adrift, and of course service to come.
A revenge for game 1 perhaps. And the psychological advantage definitely on the Brazilian side now. Because Yang had the match in her hands.
Yeah, led by 5. And this decider, of course, is led. She'll hope it'll be the deciding 4th game. That's massive for her, isn't it, after what's gone on before? Just got to be, you often say about it, that point-by-point philosophy here. Just break it down. But it's all a bit more tense, a bit more tight now on the part of Yang compared to how she started this game. Locked level now.
Two down, 2 more to go, perhaps. Finally.
Still 2 away. She will not be, I think, from Yang's point of view. We dwell on her a lot because, of course, she's lost the silver medal, got the silver medal, lost the gold medal matches in the 2 previous Paralympic Games. She's been very close in that sense and is still very close here. Got to give the Brazilian here tons of credit for the comeback in this game.
Yeah, Yang must feel pressured, like after the era of Natalia Partica, and she beat her here. She must feel this is her her perhaps once in a lifetime chance to get that gold.
Still only 25 years of age, of course, but as you say, I mean, it's a golden opportunity, literally, that's opened up, and she's very close now. Deep breaths. Gold medal point for the Australian. She's done it!
She's taken it!
Finally, she can celebrate the Paralympic Games gold medal in the Class 10. Yang Chen of Australia is the champion. She's really had to dig deep there in the end to see off Bruna Costa-Alexandra, the Brazilian, in 4 games. But after disappointment, of course, in the gold medal match in London and in Rio, here in Tokyo, it's a different story. Yang wins the gold medal this time.